21 months. Hey, Moose, good to see you.
Wow, you really trust me because there doesn't seem to be any security. I could assassinate the mayor.
Yeah, no, it's true. I tend to trust most people because I know that, you know, things we're in such desperate times that if we don't learn to trust, well, we're gonna work with the make progress, you know. So
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah. Plus, I think those that wish to do me harm, they don't risk being anywhere near me.
Nice. Good deal for you.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to think so. So, man, this, I was surprised to see your, transparently, I felt a certain kind of way when, you know, we were planning to meet about making some changes to the stalls. I had the full intention of actually reducing everything. And then when, you know, Ursula and, some people up in Blaine, contested everything, I was like, what the fuck? But, you know, I came to realize, that, you know, not everyone, you know, acts, you know, as a unit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't think that. I think the tax is a lot. If we can open up our own, like when we buy our own places, the taxes very much make sense because then we can, you know, if you've earned it and you've worked hard enough, you avoid that big tax by using your own place. I totally get that part. It's just, I don't know. Sudi was saying
we are
going to
be reducing it now.
Tough.
Yeah, the problem is, Moose, is that our prices are based on all the other stalls that are making like $250,000 a week, and the intent was to drive out the dead ones, right? And I did try to talk to. Problem is there was no time for the conversation, right? Like we want actually everything to go to vote, but it's like, why would you allow for a anonymous vote with zero feedback loop, no arbitration? It actually creates divisiveness. Like I still don't know why some of the legislation was contested, right?
Yeah, which doesn't. The whole point of democracy is to have discussions and improve things for everybody, not just hide it in secret and hope that we figure it out.
Yep. I love the articles I read. It's it resonates.
Well, yeah, your mayoral staff have been, you know, the source of some of that information, so I appreciate you guys.
You want some more tea?
Well, that's what leads to me. I got some more tea from one of, I forget his name, but he suggested a new article that I was also already working on, and I just finished writing it. And I realized at the end of writing it that everything points to Chief Justice Angel, general corruption and violation of the law. So somebody needs to step forward and pay the $50,000 fee to say impeachment hearings should be had. Maybe what she did isn't enough to be impeached. But if we want to have a Justice Department that is not presenting themselves as above the law and open and honest, then it needs to be heard. That's what I believe.
I wholeheartedly agree.
I don't know if you realized it, but all the changes she made to the legislation are not legally, they're not in effect.
What?
The bottom of every legislation, there is a date and a signature. And that's what tells lawyers, because we can't see the log as a lawyer of who changed it when. So when our client is charged, we have to go and take photographs of every charge on the books so we can make sure that they're, Officers
Oh.
in the Justice Department follow the law. When she makes a
Oh my
change in
God.
secret and doesn't sign it or date it, it's not enacted into law. You have to sign it and date it. Every single legislation follows the same process. All her changes came after June 20th or July 20th when she signed it. They're not valid. And the fact that she's been accepting 25 signatures without money means that she's in violation of the law, acting as the Chief Justice.
Oh my God. So you're telling me she pulled a Den Shiesty?
I don't really know Den, but I hear people make jokes about him being incompetent, so maybe? That's the bulk of my article. I'm just doing my proofreading process, and then I kind of want to put the impeachment forward, like pay my $50,000 and fill out the forms before I put the article up, because the article finishes with, "I'm putting my money where my mouth is. This needs to be heard."
Holy fuck. Yeah, no, I think I envy what you're doing. I wish if I wasn't May, I'd be doing similar, but you know, my Moose, I've been struggling to maintain my composure because I can say this genuinely, that I am here to do what is best by the people of Los Santos, right? The same reason I wanted to be a lawyer. And for me, these things happening is just like a spit in the face of everybody that stood tall on July 3rd and believed that things were going to change. And it's just heartbreaking to see it all just kind of seemingly get reversed back. Like as if it never happened. And I am very familiar with the bias that Angel has shown towards one county, and it's hard for me not to say, having heard from the stall owners, mind you, Moose, JJ, Tweety, they all were present when she spoke with someone and changed the law in order to have the 6 pieces of legislation reverted. I'll even go as far as saying that she told me the day before that she herself wanted to contest a piece of my legislation, but I was so buried that it didn't even occur to me, wait, if you don't agree with it, why don't you just tell me what the issue is or the disagreement is, and let's have adult debate and come to a conclusion.
Yeah.
You know what's sad about all this? Is that half of my legislation, these people have not once picked up the phone. So then at that stage, you have to ask yourself, well, then what was the point?
Yeah, they don't tell anyone why, and they don't talk to you. All they're doing is causing a ruckus for no reason. I completely agree.
And
That's
it's the city that pays.
Tried to contest, I asked for a discussion. I didn't want to do a formal contest.
Yeah.
Because it makes far more sense to talk about it than it does to just pay 50 grand and have a vote. You didn't get anything. You still got almost everything enacted.
And if we didn't have enough time, I would have asked for it to be extended, because I want the debate.
I trust you.
You know, we've now been waiting an additional 2 weeks to sign off on businesses because of all this, and nothing changed other than the wait.
It's just going to be reproposed after the 14-day thing.
No, we got so many votes. Everything passed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, I will be clear, though. unfortunately, the politics came down to, you know, Fox News, CNN bullshit, which I'm not a fan of. You know what I mean? For your own comfort, all the taxes are getting removed, for the most part. You know, it's we're gonna make some adjustments, bring down the burden on the stalls, but also businesses. But it's not only just because of the burden aspect of things, but also we've realized the logistics of collecting taxes and whatnot. You mix it with what I am observing as like an over egregious police force. I'm afraid that people are going to get unjustly targeted and have their businesses targeted over tax like evasion or whatever you want to call it. So
Good thinking.
yeah. So there's other ways to garner money, and I think we're going to do that by like countywide like crowdfunding, right? We want to do something as a community, you know. I think we're going to have like a county like charity account, you know. So if you got some money, you want to see shit happen, like send it there, and we can have someone, you know, the transactions will be open to the public, so everyone knows where their contributions are going.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yep. Power to the fucking people, you know.
Yuck, yeah. So is that the story that you were going to propose?
The legislation. Wait, which one?
Yeah.
The tax change?
Yeah.
Tax change. Yeah. We already discussed it. We made that decision a couple days ago. We're just waiting to, you know, have a moment to go make the alterations. We are going to be replacing it with like stall restrictions, because our main goal with the stalls was we don't want them. People are holding on to stalls and trying to resell it for like $3 million, or keeping them closed indefinitely.
Yeah.
So we think we're gonna just do something. I'm letting Ava and Tweety get the info, like work with the stall owners to figure something out. We want to put something in place so people don't like do scummy shit. So, but the other thing, the charity thing I'm talking about, like that's we got to write up that legislation for it. Still.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, when I first got here, you said, "Do I want some more tea?"
Oh. 14 businesses were approved in the reign of Max. A 15th business was approved, I would estimate, within the last 2 weeks. That 15th one was Eve Summers, the now deputy, for her business in Blaine County. Now, I would never in a million years dream to have anybody in my office have any business approved because of the ethic violations surrounding that. And the problem is that Eve was a part of my cabinet and she moved over. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is how do you look at that and not say, was she enticed over with an approval, or did she get it while in office up north? I have come to the conclusion that words like corruption are misunderstood by populace. What that means, corruption is inherently like based on morality, not legislation. And I think the concept of ethics is completely completely void in the minds of those in the elements of the DOJ and the police force. Maybe even the mayoral space. I don't know. So
I gotta go try and talk to some people up north, I think.
yeah. There are 4 other businesses that are approved, at least from the mayor's end. So the reason I bring hers up first is that's mayor approved and DOJ approved. Of the mayor approved ones, there's 4 others. One comes back to Siobhan Thoroughbred, and another 2 that comes back to. Give me a sec. A guy named Ledson. Now, the reason I point out those particular names is of those, Siobhan was actively getting everyone to vote no on the legislation. And it raises an eyebrow, right, Moose? Like, bit pattern behavior, the same people that were opposed to this, why are they getting their businesses approved? What's happening? Right? No.
Did these get approved all through Blaine County as well?
Correct. Yeah. Letson's, we can't do it yet.
Yes, because you don't have your stuff set up. Yeah.
So, Eve Summers has it mayor and DOJ approved. Letson and Siobhan have it mayor approved. Also, there is no way to actually see there's no way to actually see who exactly like what date it happened and all that.
Oh yeah, okay. Like a log or whatever. Yeah, that.
Do you think it's worth FOIAing?
That'd be like.
That'd
be like Donald Trump being president and approving businesses that his daughter is running.
Exactly.
It's. Yeah, I get why this is a problem. I don't know who would you FOIA it to?
Well,
Chief Justice, I guess.
Well, sorry, I've been up for a minute, so my brain is like misfiring. In regards to the contentions that took place, I can tell you Andy signed some of them, and Nakota, who is dating Eve, who's working with Andy, created some of the contentions and got people, members of Blaine County, to sign it. The FOIA, I was like, does it make sense to FOIA the contention information? Because I feel like right now we're lacking receipts, right? Beyond what you've pointed out. But if there's a bigger picture here, how do you get the information if it's hidden away, tucked away? Right?
I will say that the reason why is probably more important than the who. And the only reason I say that is because I tried to contest one of yours specifically for the purposes of making a mockery out of the Department of Justice process, because it was so stupid. All I had to do to collect 25 signatures was stand in Senior Bun's food court for an hour and tell everybody that actually it was a Blaine County one, not yours. It was the training and pursuit training in Sandy Shores. I just told them all, cops will be able to catch you if they can train more. Sign here. And everybody said, oh my God. It wasn't even entirely true.
Did you even? Yes, exactly. Oh my God.
Yeah. And I took it to Chief Justice Angel, but you see, I'm a D-Gen clown. I'm awake late at night, and there's no justices awake. I've never met a justice.
Oh, you got to email them.
I tried to send it to a judge, and they said, nope, I can't do it. So I did. I emailed Chief Justice Angel, but it was like an hour after the deadline. And I said, well, that's because I was waking up every day waiting to talk to you for 3 days. Yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, I didn't really care about the legislation. I just wanted to prove a point that their process is stupid, and they've kind of proven it themselves.
You and I are so like I was gonna go down that route, and then I'm like, I got too many other problems to deal with. I'm glad you tried, but yeah, you almost gotta email him. That is crazy.
Oh, is that your security flying by?
Yeah, it's Coast Guard.
Nice. Don't worry, guys. I don't have a... Wait, I do have a weapon. I won't use my weapon.
Oh my God.
At least
So
it works
it's
enough
too
that
late.
I can write an article about it and mock it. How easy it is to contest, and it's entirely anonymous. They actually changed the legislation after my article went out, again, secretly, to add that they had to be able to validate each signature. Because you could just walk down to the city hall before and just grab 25 names off of whoever's got warrants and write down their name and their state ID. They're not going to talk to anybody to verify it. They're hiding from the police. But they added validation afterwards.
It's hard, Moose. How do I hear what you just told me and not be like? It sounds to me like Angel changed the law to make it easy for people to contest my legislation, but the moment something went after Blaine with signatures, I went to judges and now I emailed it that it's like, oh, too late. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's part of what goes into why I think impeachment hearing should be heard, because at least the logs that your office sent me, it was entirely Justice Angel modifying the legislation without talking to anybody else and doing so entirely in secret without signing anything into law.
Oh my
And
God.
she needs to be held accountable. My only problem is I'm probably going to get my bar taken away. I got a clean record now, so, but I can't work until I get it approved by one of the chief justices, and I'm pretty sure as soon as I file impeachment, they're just gonna deny it and take the bar away. That's my feel anyway. I haven't clocked in almost 70 days now. I had a clean record. I got the bar license still, but I can't clock in without talking to a justice. And like I said, I'm a degen. No justices around now. Actually, this is early.
Oh,
for me.
yeah. No, they haven't been around. I've been waiting since Thursday to find out what the votes were like. Moose, the city's been on pause for 2 weeks because of all this bullshit.
Yeah, I will say, from your mayoral office, I appreciate that you seem to be working with people who are awake at various times of the day, so that degens like Moose can at least talk to somebody. Because there's no clerks, judges, justices. There's nothing in Department of Justice around the times that I'm awake.
Well,
There's
hoping
one judge who seems to be working, but rarely.
Yeah, we're trying our best. In fact, Moose, when you can send me, you sent me an email actually, right? Let me invite you to something. We're starting a new process for all legislation because of this bullshit. Because I'm not waiting on them to fix their problems. This is going to be what we call the new legislative review. It's for people, representatives around Los Santos County to get early viewing of all legislative writing so we can have our arbitration and our debates internal to Los Santos County. So by the time, everyone can see it, you'll be able to comment on the legislation. We'll be able to have debates, and then we push it forward. I mean,
Yuck, yeah.
It's still under construction. We've been working on it for a week, so it'll be pretty empty right now, but we're looking to populate it in the next, 48 hours.
No, that sounds like a great idea. And like I said, as an outsider kind of watching what you're doing and setting up your group of people to work with you, who seem to be willing to wake up at different times of the day. Um, Thanks for doing that, because
Yeah.
the next after the next tsunami, this city's kind of dying.
Well, I think that's something we gotta perhaps figure out then. Here create something in that time space.
I do have a couple of suggestions too, but I don't know if
Absolutely.
it's a mayor thing or
Well, let's talk about it.
justices, but you know, VAF points or whatever they call them on cars.
That is, yeah, that's state. Wait,
Does
by
that
the
mean
way,
that
you know
it's
if it changes.
legislation that you got to put together with Blaine County, like put together a. Or do you mean state, like government?
Yeah, because VAF is San Andreas legislation.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know if you know this, but as a lawyer, you can actually see the change dates.
No, I can't.
You have to go into reports and then look it up in there. So if you look up vehicle asset forfeiture legislation. Wait, this has an amendment date now. It was amended on the 22nd.
I don't think I can see the same thing as you.
Oh, you don't see the history button up top?
Oh, for reports.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. There is one there.
That VAF one says is updated 22 days ago. Now I'm curious. Audit process. Yeah, this one doesn't have a. Yeah, this one doesn't have an amend
But
date.
the report.
Wait, Adams
the report
updated
is separate
it.
from
Oh.
legislation.
Wait, legislative audit procedure got updated. How do you tell what the diff is?
I mean, the legislation hasn't changed since July 10th, according to the signature. So any changes post July 10th are not signed into law. But that's the report itself is separate from the legislation.
Yeah, the report's got the history, but I don't actually know how you can tell like what the changes are. Oh wait, I found it. Hold on one sec. Oh, anyways, that's something to dig into at some point. But you make a really fair point, and I think the biggest thing, right, is regardless of, I don't think you're going to get an impeachment, right? But I think the information getting out there to the public, I think, is in and of itself a, audit. So,
I need to talk to your office still to sort out payment for these articles going on your government website. Forgot about that.
Oh, wait, were you told that you were getting paid?
Oh, yeah, Bill Mays and the other guy whose name I forget. They
Oh,
said,
Michael.
We'll talk
Yeah.
payment after. I just haven't got around to it yet.
Bill is just a legislative writer. I would talk to Mike.
Yeah, that's who I'm supposed to talk to. He's awake at different times.
So generally, I'm going to talk to him because opinion pieces should not be inherently paid for, but rather it should be like you get, you know what I'm saying? Because that's an ethics issue right there.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't actually care if I get paid.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and nobody's paid me anything, so I don't really care.
I think you should be paid for your services, but I think I view this more as like anyone should be able to, you know, write articles and get it out there. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, which I
otherwise we
think is
turn
what
into
they said
Fox News.
would be set up as.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit up Mike about that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right, Moose. I gotta get going. Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate
Thanks
you.
for chatting.
Anytime.
Watch for the new article once I
I'm
can get
excited.
impeachment stuff written.
I'm excited. And
The thing they paid me back from my charges from 3 months ago because now I got the money to file for impeachment.
yeah. Oh shit. Hell yeah. Look, is one thing I did want to mention is I do want to work with the clowns. However, I kind of want to leave it between you and Tessa when it comes to legislative conversation, just so I know there's no fuckery happening, if that makes sense.
Sure, okay, I get you. Yep.
Would you be able to chat with her? And I'd like to get her on board with being able to see all this legislative stuff, so that your voice is heard, and you know, we're not.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. She really knows law inside out from her time as a ranger and a cop.
Hell yeah.
She had some suggestions for the facially enhanced license as well.
Yeah, not wrong.
But of course, it just got published and we couldn't even formally put forward why we were concerned. But yeah, I'll talk to her. We'll get in touch.
And Roman might be worth talking to. I feel like that tweet he put out rings very true for this conversation.
Hey, that's funny. That's right out of my new article I just wrote.
Wait, is it?
Put up. Yeah, I mean, almost it's a standard quote.
Oh, shit.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny as yuck. I'm going to give him a call and stay here, but I'll talk to you later, Mr. Chavez.
All right. You take care.
Watch out for birds.
You know.